I've got it all here on tape, Constable, if you want it.
Save it for your little boys, Carl.
Luke, Darcy. Luke, give us the money, you dog!
Good to see he loves his mum.
Luke's a good boy, but he worries too much.
One more step and I'll cook him!
Let's follow line, urgent police and trouble.
Keep firing until the threat stops.
No, not taking my man away again!
Eileen! Back off! I'm telling you to back off! I'll shoot!
PJ.
Hasham!
Give me the gun. Give me the gun, PJ.
Let me go!
Give me the gun. Give me the gun. That's it.
She's not getting up.
You did everything you could. You did everything you could.
Murderer! Pig! Murderer! Let me out of here! I'll get you, Hasham!
Just sit down.
Murderer! Killed my mother!
What about him?
We'll get onto D24 and get an ambulance out here.
stop,
You
you
just
know,
sit here. The ambos will do it. PJ, you did everything you could. It was the only way. Any of us would have done the same thing.
Well, you right?
I think someone's been shot. You know what's happened?
You having a good talk, you fat pig? Huh?
You want to make sure the ambos can get Terry past Luke without incident. Good idea.
What's all the blood on Luke?
He keeps headbutting the cage. Well, the first on David's car that gets here, I want him out of here. Get him to the hospital, get him looked at. Right, tie down the front, will you? They've got a circus forming up out there. Where's your gun?
I've got it.
Just keep coming. You did what you could, PJ. Anybody touch this apart from you and PJ?
No, I took it off him straight away.
Hey, boss, better come out here.
Mama! Mama! What's wrong? What's wrong? No! I want to let me go! I want my mom!
Oh, PJ, can I get you anything?
You could probably get him a cup of coffee. I'm sorry, mate, but I have to keep you isolated until homicide get here.
Mount Thomas Police?
I'd wait with you, but...
Tom, Inspector Walsh from D24 on line 2 for you. Mount Thomas Police, customer...
Tom Croydon, sir.
No, I'm sorry, I don't have any
I've brought him back here to the
information
station with me.
No, thank you.
Yeah, well, we've kept him isolated, sir. Yeah, I see. So homicide will go straight to the scene. All right. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Morning, Chief Super.
Tom, just to let you know that the Deputy Commissioner has delegated me to the role of overseeing the incident. Now, I understand you've brought PJ back from the scene to here.
That's right, sir.
Well, why is that?
Well, the media had started to gather. I thought it was best to get him away from the scene.
Well, it is customary for homicide and the ethical standards to have their initials speak at the scene.
Yes, I know that, sir. He has been kept isolated.
All right, there's probably no harm done. And before I forget, and this will include you, Constable, any future media inquiries go straight to media liaison or myself. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Right, I'll have a coffee as well, and then I'll see PJ. Where is he?
Interview room.
Hey, son.
Oh, you know, I've had better days, sir.
Yes, I'm sure you have. Listen, I haven't got much time. I just want to tell you what to expect. Now, there's going to be a lot of questions from inside the job and out. A lot of speculation, a lot of innuendo. And my advice to you is just tell the truth at all times, no matter how good or bad you think it is at the time. First thing you've got to decide is whether you want to do a reenactment for homicide, and you're not obliged to.
No, I want to, sir.
You realise all your actions will be under direct scrutiny?
Yeah, I realise that. A woman came at me with a machete. She wouldn't stop. Just kept coming.
Yes?
Sorry to interrupt. The Deputy Commissioner's on the line for you, sir.
Yeah, OK. If it's not the media, it's the bloody brass. Look, PJ, we'll continue this later on, OK? Yes, sir, I know, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, that will be done.
Contact media liaison
OK,
at police
thank you.
headquarters. Yes, sir. That's right,
this?
thank you.
Kayla Darcy. We've just come back from the hospital.
Excuse me, sir. Homicide have arrived at the Darcy place.
Get PJ, we'll go and meet him.
Luke Darcy has been treated and is over at St David's. And your dad, he's staying in hospital overnight for observation, but he's going to be fine, isn't he, mate?
We are really sorry about all this, Kayla. We will try and make...
You murderer!
Hey, that's enough.
Come on,
Come on, PJ.
Let me go!
Come on, PJ.
Let me go! Let me go!
You okay?
Let me go!
Maggie?
Yeah, we're fine, boss. Now, come on. Come on. Now, can we let you go? Who can we call to come and get you, huh? Is there someone we can give a call to?
Grandma Lucy.
All right. Lucy Kenny.
Detective, would you like to make a comment? Detective!
Right. PJ, do you know Detective Senior Sergeant Cox, Homicide Squad?
How you going, PJ?
Couldn't be better.
Let's get it over and done with, shall we?
Chief Superintendent Adamson, what can you tell us about Mrs. Darcy's death?
Bloody hell. Everything I've got to say will be said at the press conference this afternoon, Mr. Carson.
You really phone?
Yeah, Paul Carson, reporter. One of the biggest beat-up merchants in the business. You've got to watch him.
Tape-recorded interview between Detective Senior Sergeant Elaine Cox and Senior Detective Patrick Joseph Hasham on the 17th of October, 1996 at Mount Thomas. You are not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so, as anything you do say may be recorded and later used in evidence. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
You've agreed to participate in a reenactment of the shooting incident in which you're involved. Is that correct?
Sergeant, can you organise for Constables Cooper and Schultz to leave the scene? They shouldn't be present.
You realise you're not obliged to do so, and the video may
thanks.
be used in court proceedings at a later date.
Don't worry, PJ, mate, we'll back you up.
Constable Cooper, you are not to converse with anyone else involved in this inquiry. Is that understood?
Okay, from the beginning, please. Can you tell me what happened?
Well, I attended a domestic here, and I arrived. The woman came at me with a machete, and I shot her, and I continued to shoot her until the threat was no longer. At the time, I was in fear of my life.
Oh, no, what's happened to you?
Oh, a bucket full of Grandma Lucy's chook slops. That's what happened to me.
The stuff that kid's going to learn out there, I tell you, there's no hope.
She's a young kid who's lost her mother. She can't help who her grandmother is. Sir.
She'd better change your shirt, Constable.
Yes, sir.
You're at the shooting, weren't you?
Yes, I was, Senior Sergeant.
I'll need to talk to you. When you come back, would you mind sort of confining yourself to this area here?
Right, thank you.
Stan, what are you doing here?
Elaine, I'll take over now if you don't mind.
I'm sorry?
Morning, sir.
Morning.
I've been asked to conduct the interview with PJ.
And can I ask why?
And the two of you are friends. Command thought it would look better if there are no possible links for the media to exploit.
Well, perhaps you better get on with it then.
So,
And what am I meant to do?
start interviewing the other police. We can get on top of this fairly quickly. Senior?
Like Sergeant Croydon as a witness.
Fine. You say she kept coming at you. What time did you draw your revolver?
as I was backing away. I don't remember exactly.
And did you see her pick up the weapon?
Oh, she already had hold of it.
So what made you notice her?
She called out my name. She had the machete raised above her head.
And that's when you shot her?
No, listen, it's not when I shot her. She was coming at me, all right? She was coming at me. Now, I told her to stop. I shot her. And then she kept coming and I shot her. And then, well, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it was self-defence.
What about your colleagues? Couldn't they provide any assistance?
Well, they were busy restraining Luke at the time. And then Luke's old man got in the middle of it. Look, I actually did call D24 at the time, but there was... Well, to ask for backup, and there was no time. I didn't have a chance to do anything.
Where did you draw your gun from?
My holster.
Shoulder holster?
No, an ankle holster.
But you have to bend down to do that, wouldn't you? Even get on your haunches and able to withdraw a revolver from an ankle holster.
Yeah.
That must have been extremely awkward to do, given the circumstances.
No, not exactly.
And did you keep constant sight of her while you were backing away?
Yeah, she was going to cut my head off with a machete. I kept pretty good sight of her. Yeah.
Even though you had to crouch down to get your gun?
Well, I'm not sure what you're suggesting.
I'm suggesting nothing. I'm just trying to rule out the possibility that Mrs. Darcy may have been the one who was defending herself.
When did you first see Raylene Darcy?
Well, I actually heard her. She was screaming at something about taking Luke away. And then I saw her charging at PJ.
And when did you notice the machete?
As soon as I saw her.
How was she holding it, Maggie?
She had two hands on it. It was held out to the side.
Can you show me?
Two hands held out to the side. Then she started swinging it.
And what direction did she come from?
She came from the back door.
Are you sure that's the direction she did come from?
Yes, she came from somewhere near the veranda.
Oh, how can you be so sure?
Because she was coming straight at PJ and the veranda is behind there.
And there's no other direction she could have come from?
No. Look, I had my hands pretty full, but I'm pretty sure, and I'm sure I saw most of it.
Okay. And how was she holding the machete?
Well, that's something I'm definite of. She had it above her head and she was swinging it.
What action was she doing with the machete?
She held it out in front of her and she was chopping it from side to side.
You certain?
Well, I'm not certain of anything because it was very hectic dealing with the other family members. I do seem to recall seeing her with the machete, chopping it from side to side. It's very scary.
And what direction did she come from?
Would have been up by the wood pile, I think, where the chopping block is. I think that's where she came from.
Mount Thomas Police. PJ, it's your mum. She sounds a bit upset.
Hey, Mum, how you going? Yep. Hang on, just slow down for a bit. Back on the telly.
Boss?
Look, I'll get back to you.
In Mount Thomas. This graphic video footage was taken by an amateur cameraman at the police shooting today. We warn viewers may be offended.
Oh, that's the bloke Cole next door with his video.
The woman's name has not been released. However, we understand she is a young mother from the small central Victorian town of Mount Thomas.
Did you take any notice of it?
This afternoon's incident comes on top of several other police shootings and allegations of a police cover-up by community and civil rights groups. The Attorney General has described opposition calls for a royal commission as premature.
Nick, you were right. The TV people confirmed that it was Burke Cole's footage.
Yeah, well, Homicide got their hands on it by now.
Yeah, that the TV station 5 minutes after it went to air. Thank you very much.
Now, ethical standards will want their souvenir edition, eh?
It's okay.
I'll be in touch about that other matter soon.
Okay.
Yes.
It's PJ, right?
He's just gone into his office.
He's going to need a bit of support to get through this one, isn't he?
Coming, Elaine?
Yeah. Look, if you need me, I'm at St David's with that Luke Darcy character.
Thank you, I'll remember that.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Tom, we better get on with it.
Maybe somebody should drive PJ home. He's been through enough for one day.
I'll do it.
OK, you all ready? Thank you. At approximately 8:05 this morning, a police officer fatally shot a 33-year-old female outside her residence in Mount Thomas. At this stage, there are no further details available. A full-scale investigation has been launched by Command and by the Homicide Squad. This investigation is being overseen by the Ethical Standards Department.
How's the commissioner?
Chief Superintendent, what about the video footage taken at the time?
Yes, there was some video footage of the incident that is now in the hands of the Homicide Squad.
How long was it?
What is he doing? He's not said one word to defend PJ, yeah?
He can talk.
Yeah, but he's supposed to represent us.
No, he's all right. Poor old sod can't say anything till after the coronial inquest.
He's right, Dash. I mean, how would it look if he was blatantly biased? He's in charge of the whole investigation.
No, but he's trying to save his own skin.
Are you aware of allegations that the police have already closed
This is stuffed. Have we got a patrol or something?
Aware of any such allegations?
So as police close ranks, serious questions are being asked about their use of lethal force in domestic situations. But while the courts and politicians search for answers, they come tragically late for one Mount Thomas family who tonight are preparing to bury a 33-year-old wife and mother of two. This is Paul Carson.
Turn it off.
In Mount...
I fired 3 shots. Now, I know that I fired 3 shots.
Cole must have turned the video on after he heard the first shot, PJ. We all know that. We were there. This guy is trying to get mileage out of the
he's
story.
getting plenty out of it, isn't he? I mean, he's even got me bloody thinking about it.
I've got to get back to work. How about I grab some takeaway and I'll drop in after work?
No, I wouldn't put you to any trouble, thanks.
There is no trouble whatsoever.
No,
I've
I
got to
just
go home
think,
that way.
under the circumstances, Mags, it's probably not a good idea, but thanks very much anyway.
Yeah, you're probably right, PJ.
We wouldn't want to do anything we both regret, would we?
Listen, if you change your mind, just give me a buzz. I'll
I've got
drop
plenty of
something
food in the
off for you to
freezer,
dry.
thanks, Maggie. Thanks.
Do you know where your mummy is?
Mommy's in heaven. Because the policeman shot her.
Did Mummy give you that doll?
Yes.
That was the last thing she gave me before she died. Poor
It's
lady.
okay, Grandma. It's okay.
Many viewers, moved by the plight of the Darcys, have sent money to help look after Kayla and her family. If you would like to help, please send your donation to this address: the Kayla Darcy Fund, Locked Bag 7006, Melbourne 3001.
No, madam, no, look, I appreciate the
No,
thought, I
Thomas,
really
please
do,
come
but
to
it's
the door
definitely a
speaking.
television station, Appeal.
No,
It's got
I'm
nothing to do
afraid
with
we
a
might
police
run into
station
kill
here.
here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you ring them up. That's the spirit.
Okay,
Good on you,
thanks for the
bye-bye.
call.
It's the third
Bye-bye.
one in 20 minutes.
Fourth.
We should get our number changed.
Taylor's Appeal.
Yep.
Bound to get a few calls, I'm afraid.
Oh, great. Just what PJ needs.
How was he, by the way, when you dropped him home? He must be feeling it right now.
Well, he was okay under the circumstances, I guess.
We should do something, try and cheer him up or something.
Pretty tall order.
Yeah, I know, but we should do something just to take his mind off it for a while.
Hello? Yes, it's him. All right, so what do you want? No, listen, mate, I don't care. That is your problem, you hear me?
All I need is a little cooperation. Step outside, that's all, so as we can get a shot of you.
Oh, you can go and get stuffed, mate. You hear that? You get stuffed. I'm not going anywhere.
No, that's hardly the attitude.
Of course, if you'd rather we did a story on your girlfriend.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that lovely young policewoman who had her arms around you just after the shooting. Constable Doyle, isn't it?
Listen, she's got nothing to do with this, okay? So I would appreciate it if you kept her out of it.
That's up to you. Of course, after a thing like this, there's always a lot of anti-police feeling. I'm sure you wouldn't want her to be a target.
You're a bastard, you know that.
A funeral service will be held this Friday for Raylene Darcy, the 33-year-old wife and mother of two, who was shot, allegedly by Mount Thomas police. Mrs. Darcy's children, Luke, 17, and Kayla, 10, are expected to attend a private ceremony at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church in Mount Thomas. Meanwhile, the police officer who allegedly shot Mrs. Darcy has been identified. He is Detective Senior Constable Hasham of the Mount Thomas CIB. Some locals have linked the death to a long-running feud stemming from the involvement of Mrs. Darcy's cousin, Joseph Kenny, in the death of a young police officer earlier.
Tom?
Yeah.
You seen the latest?
The conspiracy theory?
Apparently we went out there deliberately to shoot her.
Yeah, guns blazing. Well, you know what the media are like. It's good for their bloody ratings.
Unfortunately, sir, out here people believe what they see on that box.
Yeah, well, it could cause us some headaches. Where are the troops?
Oh, they needed to unwind. I think most of them have gone down the pub.
Oh, up their luck. That's the trouble with rank. I shouldn't even be doing this. It should be the bloody Deputy Commissioner.
Oh, power of delegation, sir.
Yeah, you don't have to call me sir, Tom. It's late. We've known each other a long time.
OK, Clive. So what would you like to do? You want to go down and join the others?
I don't think that'd be a good idea. You can imagine what the media would make of that. However, there's been a lot of flu around, and I do have some flu medicine. Do you have medicine glasses? I don't think there's any harm in us having a bit of medicine, do you, Tom, after what we've been through today?
Oh, no harm at all, Clive. No harm at all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Shitty Raylene, do it! Shitty Raylene, do it! Do it!
Hey, Jay.
Are you all right? You're as white as a sheet.
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
So, what's up?
Take it.
Tuck.
I've been doing some thinking. And PJ, if there's ever a night that we needed to be together, it's tonight.
I thought we talked about this.
Yeah, we did. And as far as I'm concerned, whatever happens, happens. There's no regrets.
No. Obviously, my opinion doesn't count, right?
Of course, your opinion counts. It's just that we need to be...
Maggie. I know why you're here. You feel sorry for me, right?
No, it's not...
Maggie, it's like everybody else. Well, I am fine. I'm telling you now, it's not going to be this way. But thank you.
Police, open up.
Come on!
Yes.
Right.
Thought I got rid of you, mugs.
You ever know a bunch of coppers that resist a game of euchre?
What euchre?
Strip euchre.
What are you trying to grow in here? Mushrooms?
Frog here.
Yeah, well, I hope somebody brought the rule book because Nick.
Yes, I've got the rule book.
Anything
There it
to
is,
see,
you
sir.
know.
Back that in the fridge.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Nice
nice
gloves
here.
Bingo.
Hey, keep your eye on the ball.
No.
You go, Peach.
Adam, there's one over there. Grab it.
Right, take that.
Thank you.
Pickled peppers.
Come on, you two. Can't be that bad.
I should have been there. No, Dash, it wouldn't have made any difference. But we're never going to know for sure. I mean, if I had been just another pair of eyes, I could have talked to Raylene, then it might not have happened. There is nothing that any of us could have done. And then I stuffed up the day before I went and cut my hair.
Yeah, and if I'd worn blue yesterday, I might have worn red today.
Uh-huh.
It's just something my mum used to say.
She's right. That family was a time bomb waiting to go off. There was nothing that any of us could have done about it. And that's what should make us all angry.
I'm gonna kill you, Hasham! closer! I'm getting closer!
Becky!
No, it's got nothing to do with me. Well, I mean, I don't care what you do with it. And the same to you, buddy.
What's that all about?
Some moron wanting to send money here for the Kayla Darcy
They
appeal.
are not morons. They're kind-hearted people wanting to help a little girl who's lost her mother.
Yeah, but you think they know not to send it here.
McKinley, if you've got so much energy, go and wash the car. Start on the four-wheel drive.
Morning.
What the hell are you doing here?
I was going bonkers at home, boss. Thought I'd be better off here.
If you say so.
Megs. Megs. Have a word. I just wanted to apologise for
No,
my
Peter, you don't
behaviour.
need to apologise.
Listen,
No, please, I
listen,
don't want
Maggie,
you
I
to
want to, okay? Now, all this crap that's been going on lately, I've just been a bit stressed out, you know. Anyway, I'm sorry about last night.
Do you really think you should be back at work?
Yeah, why not? I feel great.
And what about your counselling sessions?
No,
What have you
we're
done
not
about
going to
those?
counselling, not at the
No, Peter,
moment.
you don't
No,
understand
it's
how
fine,
important
mate.
it.
Oh, excuse me, I can come back later.
No,
You're
please,
right.
sir. Please.
Sure.
Yep.
Well, PJ, I'm sorry I didn't have much chance to speak to you yesterday.
Yeah, you're right, sir. I can go after myself.
I'm sure you can, but I'm just trying to do what I can. I don't envy you blokes these days, you know.
What do you mean, sir?
Well, I shot someone myself once. 1970 or 71, I can't remember, but I'd set up an operation off a service station that had been knocked over 3 times in a fortnight. Same joker. Anyway, we're sitting off this place one night. In comes the villain, cocky as all get out, carrying a sawn-off 22. Well, we up and after him. Well, I got off 4 shots. My partner Jack got off 2 before his pistol jammed. It was the old days, the 32s. Do you remember the... No, too young. Anyway, my first 2 missed him. The third one got his upper arm, and the fourth one went right up his coiter. Oh! Like, Jesus, he couldn't sit down for a month. And you know what happened? I had to fill in 2 reports, then I was paraded in front of the duty officer for not telling him we were on an operation. Can you believe it? Oh, dear, oh, dear.
But you didn't actually kill anyone, though, did you, sir?
No, PJ, that's true, I didn't. I guess he was lucky and I was lucky.
What do you got there? Oh, got it from the veranda. I think it's a new computer monitor.
It was only 10 clicks over, mate. It's cool, man. Hey, what's that?
Is it a new computer monitor?
What new computer? No, don't touch. Leave it. Leave it! You're a stupid little sod. You know what the procedure is. You leave it alone, you notify SOG. Could have been bloody anything.
I'm sorry.
Well, Constable McKinley has learned a valuable lesson today about why we have procedures in the police force. Any suspicious packages or letters, then D24 and the bomb response squad must be notified immediately. Detective Hashem will be restricted to office duties until further notice. Right, off you go. Oh, before I forget, another bit of good news to brighten up a fine morning. Luke Darcy was bailed at St David's this morning.
I'd come home from the shops and my dad, he was laying into me mum, and I'd just about broken that up when the cops arrived.
What happened then?
Well, then they held me down and they started beating the hell out of me dad, and then that detective pulls out his gun and deliberately shoots my mum, right?
So Raylene Darcy is a victim in all of this. I mean, she's been beaten up at home and she was unlucky enough to snap at that moment. It's not. No, Thomas 308, urgent. Shots fired on the corner of Sugden Road and Hetherington Way. Repeat, someone's shooting at us.
We've had a look around the scene, Tom, and it looks like it was kids. We found a ball bearing embedded in the passenger's side door.
A ball-bearing gun? Where was it fired from?
Our guess is the laneway leading up to Hetherington Park.
Well, you could go anywhere down there. All right, get on to VKC, organise St David's to send out some backup, then you and Cooper do a thorough search of the area. McKinley, for God's sake, be careful. Remember, that weapon is still out there somewhere. Mr Carson, what are you doing?
Oh, we found him out at the Darcy place when we picked up Luke.
He's here as my witness.
Well, he won't be coming in with you, Mr Darcy.
Why, are you going to shoot me too?
All right, settle down. If you want Mr Carson as a witness, you can have him. Just behave yourself. Take him into the interview room.
Oh, thank you very much.
Boss, what are you letting him go in there for? You know the kind of garbage he's been peddling.
Doyle, how do you think it'd be reported if I didn't let him go in? This way, he's gagged. It's a children's court matter. He can't report it. Don't do this job for 30 years without learning something. Interview conducted at Mount Thomas Station, Friday, October the 18th. Independent person present, Mr Paul Carson.
Before we start, Mr Croydon, could you stop belting me, please?
No one has belted you, Luke. As you know, a police car was shot at this morning.
Oh, it wasn't bloody me, was it? Because I wouldn't have missed.
Do you know anything about it?
Well, you turned over my house, didn't you? What'd you find, huh?
You were asked a question, Mr Darcy answered.
No, I don't. But I wish I did, because I'd buy the bloke a beer.
Where were you between 10 and 11 this morning, thanks?
I was with Mr Carson all day.
Is that correct, Mr Carson?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Interview suspended at 12:21 for Sergeant Croydon to speak to Senior Constable Schultz.
You can put those away, thanks, Mr Darcy, because you're not permitted to smoke in here. Thank you.
Luke, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
You scum, you killed my father!
Your father died of a stroke, Luke. He had nothing to do with
It was probably a result of that beating you gave.
Then charge me.
If the pathologist's report proves it, that'll be my pleasure. Believe me. Now get out of here. Oh, go.
Well, thanks all very much. I couldn't have made up a story this good.
I don't know about that, Mr Carson. You seem to have done pretty well so far.
I don't think I follow you.
Well, you did pretty well. You made it all up, didn't you?
I haven't invented anything. You just look at Mr Cole's videotape.
But Mr Carson, videotapes can be edited, can't they?
I tell you what, if you can find an edit on that videotape, I'll buy you dinner.
Well, of course I didn't know she was going to get shot.
Well, Mr Cole, why did you have your camera out, sir?
Same reason as always. I wanted to prove that lot were a menace, get rid of them once and for all.
Well, by filming their fighting.
That's right. And believe me, I've built up quite a collection.
So if that was your purpose, you would have started filming at about the same time Luke attacked his father, which is way before my colleague fired at Raylene Darcy.
Yeah, I told you.
So why did the TV news only pick it up after the first shot had already been fired?
Well, that's something you'd have to ask Paul Carson.
Yes, Mr Cole, you're probably right. Well, so thank you very much for your time. Oh, by the way, how did Mr Carson even know of the existence of this tape?
He came knocking on the door right after the shooting. He was in the living room while I was dubbing it across to my compile tape.
Your compile tape, sir?
I told you. I'm collecting evidence. He didn't think I'd let Carson have the only copy.
Yesterday's police shooting has claimed a second life. Terry Darcy, 35, of Mount Thomas, died this afternoon of what a hospital spokesman described as a massive stroke. Doctors later refused to rule out a link to yesterday's incident in which Mr Darcy's wife, Raylene, was killed in a hail of police bullets.
Let me go, you bloody pig! Shut up, you three. So you're going to shoot me now, eh?
That's the kid you picked up, I take it.
Yeah, Toby Nichols.
Did he admit to the shooting?
Oh, yeah, he's proud of it. Couldn't shut him up on the way here. We found this near a fence that he was trying to climb over.
All right. Let his parents know we've got him here and get that over to ballistics. Any links to the Darcys?
Well, he's 15 years old. Luke would have been a couple of years ahead of him at school. But he's a TV junkie. He believes everything on it.
Forensic drew a blank on that pig's head, by the way.
Well, there's not much to tackle the Kennys with, then.
Nevertheless, I want you and Cooper over there to show the flag.
Right, I'm off. Who's for a beer?
Coming? Sit down there.
Why'd you kill my mother? You butchered her and now you walk around and say, hey, Tom, mate, you're under arrest. Well, what's for now, huh? Breach of your bail conditions. You shouldn't be approaching the can't hold me on that.
Get all that?
Oi. You set him up, didn't you?
The kid's scum, mate. I heard you one.
Yeah, listen, you knew that he was going to breach his bail conditions. Good fix, pal. You set him up.
I'll be rather doing that.
Hey,
Here we go.
Hey.
Watch the plates.
You all right?
Ah,
Okay.
oh.
I'll take that one for Dash.
There's a chip under your plate, Nick.
We'll be right.
Yeah. Haven't we seen enough of you for one day?
Nice to see you too. Hey, I'd watch my red meat consumption if I were you. It tends to make you aggressive.
Is there something we can do for you, Mr. Carson?
Oh, well, we're all off duty. Thought I might buy you a beer. 4 more here, thanks, though.
No, thanks. We better own the lovely.
Oh, come on, like, nah, I'm just doing my job, that's all, just like you.
Oh, no, not quite like us.
Dash,
You
don't
see, we call ambulances and you chase after them. We try and find out the truth and you manipulate it. So, no, you're not quite like us at all.
That's very good. I wish your official spokesperson was this articulate.
Oh, you want articulate,
Right,
do
Dash,
you?
just leave it.
What do you think would have happened if we hadn't showed up at the Darcy place yesterday?
Raylene would still be alive?
Yeah, and Luke would have torched his old man.
Can I quote you on that?
You think it's so easy? Let me tell you about the sort of people that the Darcys actually are. If we hadn't have gone out there yesterday...
Understand?
What? Ow! Ow! What?
Hey, no walls.
Doesn't matter.
PJ, I've got some news. Some very interesting news. Do you want to hear it?
She's right.
PJ, you got to eat.
No, I'm being serious. It's important. PJ, it's important. Does it matter?
No. Leave him go. I'll go see him later on. He'll be right.
Yeah, I told you I wasn't hungry.
Come on, you were practically drooling over this thing in the bistro. It's got everything, mate. The chips have got chicken salt on them. Well, I brought it over here. Least you can do is let me eat it for you. Huh? Hey. Get that into you. Now, no one expects you to get over this right away, you know that, don't you?
When's it going to end, eh?
Well, mate, I don't know. I can't tell you that, Dig, but I'll tell you what you've got to do. You got to keep on telling yourself that you're innocent.
Am I, mate? Am I innocent?
I reckon you are.
I think I got it wrong. I really think I could have stopped that woman.
Mate, Patrick, Snowy. It was that poor bitch Raylene's fault. I mean, she came at you, mate. She was the one that came at you.
I had the right words, you know, like if I had asked her, I could have stopped her.
And you would have ended up with a machete in your scone, Dig. That's what would have happened.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Caitlin'd still have a mum.
Well, then your mum, she wouldn't have had you. That's the way it works, mate.
You didn't look into that little kid's eyes, Nick. The loss and the hatred. I mean, I killed her mother. I killed her mother. I'm so sorry.
Okay, now this is the version of Cole's tape that Carson put to air. As you can see, it looks like a deliberate shooting.
And pictures don't lie. Not if you got the whole picture, they don't anyway.
Exactly, which is what made me think. Cole didn't go there to film a shooting. He was there to film a domestic dispute, which means that his camera must have been rolling before you fired at Raylene.
So what are you saying? That Carson doctored the tape?
No, not exactly. Take a look at this.
It's black, man. There's nothing there.
Yeah, exactly. Because Carson has wiped the start of the tape. Now, take a look at this one. Press play. This is a copy of the original made by Cole. Until yesterday, we didn't know it existed.
Stop him, man! You're not taking my kid from me! Stop it, Raylene! No!
As you can see, there's Raylene Darcy coming at you with a machete.
Right, so Carson manipulated the evidence for the sake of the story.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Naturally, I don't want to preempt the investigation, but I'd say you're in the clear, PJ.
Thanks, Elaine.
No, don't thank me. She found the tape.
Mags, have a word. I just wanted to thank you personally.
Oh, we couldn't have you up on a murder charge, could we?
No, but I've still got the old coroner's inquest to go through.
You'll be fine.
Look, Mags, about the other
No,
night.
PJ, please, I just forget
No,
it.
listen,
Forget...
I don't want to.
You said it yourself, PJ, it wouldn't have been a good idea.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, you said that.
Did I?
Yeah, you said that.
I
You
did.
did. You said it. You did.
Well, we were under... Well, I was under pressure.
Yeah,
you were
we
under
both
pressure.
were, and I acted on the spur of the moment.
Mm.
It would have been a huge mistake.
And so, is my hair doing that thing again? Sorry? Okay. And so, as further developments come to light, can I help you?
Think you might be able to. I'm Constable Doyle, and this is Senior Constable Schultz.
There you go, mate. You good?
Paul Carson, you are under arrest for attempting to pervert the course of justice. I must inform you that you're not obliged to say anything, but anything you say may be taken down and used in evidence. Do you understand?
This is outrageous.
Do you understand what I just said to you,
Yeah,
Mr.
of course
Carson?
I understand. Get your hands off me! Get... Turn that bloody thing off!